When an intruder threatens your home, every second counts. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about the latest innovation from SimpliSafe Home Security. It's called 24/7 Live Guard Protection, and it's made possible only by SimpliSafe's new Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera. Now, with the Fast Protect monitoring plan, if an intruder breaks into your home, SimpliSafe monitoring agents can actually see, speak to, and deter them through the camera, warning them that they're being recorded and that police are on their way. It's a game changer in home security. A couple of weeks ago, I got a call from my parents who are taking care of Jax, my dog, saying that he was in hiding mode, when something's wrong. They zoned in on the problem, and it seemed like he had been kicked in the abdomen and we had no idea who had done it. We suspect that someone went in through the gate, and that's when Jax came out and that happened. And that's when we searched for a home security system. But speaking of pets, SimpliSafe can tell the difference between intruders and pets thanks to advanced motion detection and vision AI. The new camera is the only indoor security camera that has built-in siren to scare off intruders and trigger the alarm. With SimpliSafe, professional monitoring costs under $1 a day, which is a bargain for what you're getting. Peace of mind. Right now, True Scary Story listeners get a special 20% off any SimpliSafe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. This huge offer is for a limited time. Visit simplisafe.com/truescary. That's simplisafe.com/truescary. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. We have gotten many requests for international stories, and today we have one from India. The story of strange things that keep happening in a building, and it builds up into a terrifying experience for our storyteller, who paid the price some of us face when we go through paranormal events. My name is Edwin, and here is Omkar's True Scary Story.
Hello, my name is Omkar. This is my scary story. It all began during the COVID-19 pandemic when I used to work for an IT firm in Pune. It's in India. Due to the pandemic, most of my co-workers began working from home. I decided to stay in the building at Pune. Most of my friends they left because of a working from home schedule. One night, while I was in my apartment, the water stopped pouring from the restroom. I thought the tank is empty. I had to go out. It was already very late, around 2 a.m. and I was forced to use the building's public restroom. As I was about to leave my flat, I spotted a shadow and assumed that one of my buddies was on the way to use the restroom alongside me. I'm done using the washroom. I walked to the corner and said, "You should have told me you are coming, man." But when I turned to look at my buddy, I saw that the corridor was empty. My buddies were sleeping in the room where I could see them through the open door, and it was a straight corridor, no left, no right. I can see them directly from the door, and the door was open. It was strange because I clearly recall seeing a human shadow. I know it was a human shadow, I just know. I felt a mild panic in my body. I just ignored my scared feelings, started singing a random song, talked like a macho man, and returned to my room while maintaining my tough act. It was a strange incident that day. It bothered me for a week. I just don't get it. The corridor was completely empty. Maybe I did some kind of mistake. I saw something that was my imagination. But deep down I knew it. My eyes can't lie, man. I saw someone. Then the crazy thing was, my corridor was straight, right? When you turn around, there are several rooms. In those several rooms, my old staff, my colleagues were living there. I thought one of them went back to his room, but I still remember when I used to check their doors, every single one of them. It was all perfectly locked from outside. I'm talking about outside, not inside. They were not there because of COVID timing. That's why I was like, what is happening with me? I saw a human shadow, but I can't explain it. There is no way I saw someone who I think is a colleague because they're having locks from the outside of the door. After 2 weeks, I was on the balcony at the same time. It was weekend and noticed a strange woman standing in the road. Just standing there. I can see her. She's wearing an Indian kind of outfit. She's not moving. She's just standing there. I can see her, but I can't see her face. It's too dark. I live in third floor of my building. I even told my pals about it. I told them, but they responded by saying, just ignore her. Man, things happen. So don't take it seriously. They told me that. But the bizarre thing was that she quickly disappeared once a bus ran through the road. Like in the movies, she was there, but after the bus went, she was not there. What just happened? She just vanished out of thin air or what? I just can't believe my eyes. After a few days, I noticed this lady in her 30s in the balcony. Opposite of my building, it's 150 meters. I can see that lady in the balcony at night, standing there every day. Like she was talking on her phone, even on rainy days. She was still standing there. Who stands in a rainy day in a rooftop? Obviously, you don't want to get wet. This just makes no sense, man. I asked around and found out that no one had lived in that building for the last 7 months. It is impossible for me because I saw her, man. I saw that lady, the same lady, when I am talking about the balcony thing at 2 o'clock in the morning and the road when the bus went through and she just vanished. It was difficult for me to understand the things I'm saying. I thought, yeah, maybe someone is pranking me. I had to find out what was going on. One day, it was Sunday, I still remember that day perfectly. I went to that building. There is a window that was open. I remember seeing a figure standing there, but when the headlights of a car went over it, the figure was gone. I'm telling you, I'm getting goosebumps right now. It's frightening. That moment, I realized someone is following me, some bad spirits, I don't know what. The eyes reflection, eyes of a human, but it's not human. It's a shadow. It doesn't have a body. It's a shadow, like someone is standing there. I saw that thing, then I don't know what happened to me. I just got depressed for several few days. When you see some kind of stuff that you can't process, like your brain can't process that thing because you saw something that's not in the books. After a few days, I was again like, I'm being stupid. I am on the rooftop of a very beautiful morning. It was morning, I still remember. I thought everything was alright. A new family bought that building and started living there. I told the guy, like, man, listen, I don't think this house is safe. I think you should reconsider your decision. But that guy told me, like, I'm getting this house on a cheaper rate. It's pretty good. That family bought that house, started living there. They didn't listen to me. Next 3 months, despicable things started happening. Their daughter would strangely go to the rooftop and just sit there, like she's numb, she can't feel anything. The couple who bought the house seemed happy, but they started fighting every day. I could hear their voices from my balcony. I don't know what went wrong. They're the perfect family, like they wanted to settle down. Within the next 3 months, their daughter, she has no energy. I saw them every day, they're fighting. I heard they're going to get a divorce. One day, so me and my friends, we went to hang out. It was about 1 a.m. in the morning. I was coming back to my building. I saw their daughter at the same window again. I saw those big eyes behind her. I really freaked out because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I tried waving at her like the kid. She can clearly see me, but she didn't react. Not even flinched her eyes. I told her parents of this following the next morning, and they told me that strange things had been happening in their family after moving to this building. Now they're trapped in it. The mom, the Neha's mom, she told me that she couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. Told me she started seeing some strange shadows lurking in the corners of her room and hearing whispers in the dead of the night. Her things would go missing only to reappear in odd places. I was like, maybe you guys need to cleanse your house as soon as possible. After a week, a father came from the church. This is the time when I was about to get a heart attack. I experienced near-death experience. I was doing 2 jobs. I'm dealing with all kind of things, and at the same time I'm trying to help this family. I don't want them to suffer. But it is costing me my mental peace. It is costing me my mental health, my body at the same time. So it was pretty bad for me too. A father came from the church and asked them who told them about this figure and eyes. I am the one who told them I saw those eyes. The father came right now. Why don't you come? He's asking about you since you told me about all the figures and stuff. I was like, alright, no problem. I'm going right now. Just wait. I'm talking with him at the same time and I'm looking at him at the same time from my balcony. Now, they were looking at me so scared. And I don't know why. I didn't know why. I have no idea why they're looking like they have a very strange facial reaction on their face. All of them, even including the father, they're looking at me freaked out. I asked him what happened. So they told me someone was standing behind you. I was alone at that moment. I told him that you guys are joking, man. Why were pulling my leg, man? Come on, stop this nonsense. They replied that the eyes were completely white. It hit me like a truck in my mind. I never told this guy in my entire 3 months that I have seen the eyes and the eyes color were white. I just told him over the phone, just look at me, don't cut the phone, one of you just come to my house. She came to my apartment with father. He told me, how long have you living here? Like a year? 5 years? I was like, no sir, I've been living here it's been 2 years. So he told me, do you have anything that's not yours? Like you picked it up from outwhere, like someone gave it to you, a random person. I asked him why? What's wrong? So he's like, I believe there's a strong possibility someone is following you and attached to this house. I was completely freaked out. I still remember that feeling. My mother used to tell me whenever you face or bad demons, bad spirit, there's a mantra called Gayatri mantra. It's a Hindi mantra. I did that thing 10 minutes. Then I was like, let's do this. I showed him my library. He was pretty intrigued. Like, wow, you have a lot of books. He asked me about this one specific book. Its name is Love Her Wild by Atticus. It's a poetry romantic book. He asked me, is this book is yours? I told him no, this book was on this library section. It's not mine. There's a little name there in the book. At the end of the page, it's called Lily. Lily. I don't know who Lily is. He told me this book is cursed. This book is the problem in your life. Did you read this book? I told him, yeah, few times, but I never completed it. He told me, listen, Omkar, I have to take this book. I showed him, no, you can't take that book. That book is really expensive and I really love that book. The book is trying to tell me, you shouldn't give this book to him. Don't let him take me. Don't let him take me. I'm just getting this thought in my mind. I don't know, out of nowhere. I'm fighting for it. He's like, why are you so obsessed over this book? I don't know how to explain this to you, but you have to get rid of that book somehow. I kinda get the point, like, okay, you are right, father, I will listen to you. He took that book, told me, you stay away from this book, I'm gonna take this book to my church. The father had burned the book completely and performed a cleaning ritual on the couple's house. To be honest, I thought something will happen, something good will happen. It did get better for that family, but it get worse for me. I was devastated. My girlfriend called me and told me, like, babe, it's only a book. Why are you getting so sad? I can just order it for you right now. I don't know what happened to me. I just said, man, you need to shut up. I just got her call. I went to my landlord. I asked him, do you know someone named Lily? Tell me. His face turned pale from a smiling old guy to a serious, stubborn, angry face. How do you know that name? I told him I had a book of her. The father told me that book was cursed. Lily was a very sweet girl. She has big dreams. She's very beautiful. She did all kind of wonderful stuff. She was a great girl. She was in a relationship. Her boyfriend cheated on her. Lily got depressed. Then she started looking like a zombie. She looked pale day by day. One day, they just found out she committed suicide on the same apartment where I live. The crazy thing is, the family, that building where the couple lives, that's the building of her boyfriend's. That's where he used to live. After listening to this, I just, wow, now you're telling me about all of this. Wow, I've been living here. It's been 2 years of nightmares. So he told me, I think you should move to a new city, a fresh start. I told him, yeah, maybe that's the best idea.
Omkar's story continues right after a short word from sponsors to help make this show possible. Stay with us. It takes some serious willpower for me to go into my bank statements and go through all the transactions, to check subscriptions and what I'm overpaying for. Streaming services, fitness apps, and even newspaper websites that I don't even visit anymore. That's why I'm a huge fan of Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. I want you to answer this honestly. How much are you spending on subscriptions? If you said around $80 a month, I'll tell you, that's what most people say. But really, the number is closer to $200. And I get it, it's easy to lose track. But please check them because they add up. So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/truescary. That's rocketmoney.com/truescary. rocketmoney.com/truescary.
I packed my thing within a month. Even after burning that book, I always feel like someone is watching me. I started seeing strange shadows. I was 23 at that time, or 22. I was still putting on light before I went to sleep. I have 3 lights in my room when I go to sleep. Without light, I can't sleep. It took me a lot of time to process all the thing. Like Neha's mom, that girl's mom, her things would go missing. It started happening with me. My keys, my bike's key always get missing. My roommate, they don't know how to ride a bike. Why you will take my key, right? I started doing some research. This Lily girl, I asked some neighbors, old grandma types. I asked them. Those guys told me like she was said to be vengeful and cruel. The landlord told me she was a very innocent and a sweet girl. Now, you guys are telling me that she is pretty cruel. She was angry. She was wild and hunting anyone who crossed her. I was getting confused. Someone is lying to me. Now I realized that I was dealing with something far beyond my understanding. I knew I had to get out of that house. But Lily wasn't going to let me go that easily. Every time I tried to pack up my things, I felt her presence growing stronger. One night, I woke up to find myself surrounded by darkness. The air was thick. I knew I wasn't alone. I could hear her whispers taunting me, telling me I would never escape her grasp. And when he said that, now I am the one who's looking pale. I am the one who's looking like I'm dying. I am getting destroyed. I'm eating well. I'm doing gym. I'm doing everything in my power. I just feel like someone is taking my energy. This time I am the victim. But I don't know how it's happening. One night I saw her. Lily. It was a rainy day. I can't sleep because of depression at that time. I get this smell at 3 o'clock in the morning on my balcony. Very floral smell. They say in India, the cobra snake, whenever there is a king cobra nearby, you will get smell of, I don't know, the flower called champa. I thought, is that a snake nearby? Why I'm getting this kind of smell like at 3 o'clock in the morning? While I was thinking, I saw her. I saw this girl. She's just standing there. It's raining pretty bad. I can see her pretty clearly. I can even see her face. She's not looking at me though. The look, the eyes, it was white. Same eyes. I just knew it. She was the one. Her eyes suddenly fixed on me. They were filled with rage and hatred. I felt a chill run down on my spine. I didn't sleep for 48 hours continuously. Finally, my friends reached out Pandit. Pandit means father in our religion, in Hindu religion. He came to my house, told me, Beta means son. The beta, are you alright? Theek ho? Tik tak ho? Are you alright? So I was like, I do not think I'm alright, but I'm trying my best. I just want to feel okay. That's all I want from God right now. That Pandit called me, no worries, I'm gonna do a ritual, like I called it, a puja. It's gonna all be fine. He did that puja. It went for a while, about 3 hours. After that day, I felt a little bit lighter. Within 2 weeks of that, I started looking healthy. I was not feeling bad, I was not feeling good, but I was feeling healthy. I was feeling confident that this time something may happen, that it worked. I don't have to face the demons anymore. Out of nowhere, the landlord, who's been lying to me a lot, he comes to my apartment and tells me, I think you should go to Lily's old home, you know. I was like, why? Why now? He's telling me that he's seeing figures. Now this is like, what is happening? I just told him, just tell me the truth, man. Just tell me the truth. What's really going on? He confessed. He told me he really liked the girl. He thought the boyfriend he was having is bad for him because that boy was not faithful. He told me this one thing, like I told Lily that he is cheating on her, but he was not. He was not cheating. He told me I wanted to protect her, so I told her that his boyfriend is cheating with another girl, and I saw it. He was walking down the road with another girl, holding hands. I was like, dude, we told that girl a lie and destroyed her life. She committed suicide. You did this. That is a murder, man. You did this. He was like, it's very hard on me. It's been 6 years. I'm still getting nightmares every day. I can't talk about it. I asked him, why did you lie though? You can simply convince her. I don't get it. Like, when you want to protect someone, you protect them with talking with them. It costed her life. So I was like, okay, so why did you come to me? He gave me this book, the same book again, Love Her While. He told me, you should take this book and give it to their parents. I was like, okay, I'll do that, but not right now. He told me, no, it was urgent, you should do this. So when he first came to my house, when he asked me about this particular book, one thing hit my mind, like there was this guy. He asked me, are you the person who's going to live there? I told me, yeah, I just came today. He asked me, is there any books there? Poetry book. I was like, no, I don't know. That dude insisted. I was like, no man, I don't think so there are any books. But sadly there was this one book. I didn't look carefully. It hit me. He was the boyfriend. He's been looking for that book he gave her on her birthday. He's trying to find it. I went to Lily's home. I told him I'm just a friend of hers. I'm a schoolmate. I just want to return this book. I talked with them a little bit. I gave them this book. I came back to my apartment and told landlord. I gave them the book. Are you happy now? He's happy. Couple of months after, I got a promotion. I moved out to a new city. Unfortunately, within strange circumstances, that guy died. No one knows how, why. People say it's heart attack. My friends still live there in that building. There are no shadows, figures, no eyes, not anymore. Everything is pretty fine. I could finally sleep without fear of waking up to a haunted room. I still used the light bulbs, but I could finally sleep without fear of walking up to a haunted room or looking up to a shadow figure or those eyes. I still feel a residual energy following me. I believe it's Lily trying to thank me. I don't know. The spirit who's watching me, it's a positive one. No bad thing happened to me after that. I'm happy.
Up next, check out Horror Story, where I tell you about creepy real events and mysteries. You can find it by searching for Horror Story on your app. It's the cover with the yellow letters. I'll link to it in the description of this episode. To unlock the episodes without ads, go to scaryplus.com. I'll link to it in the description of this episode as well. You'll be able to listen right here in the same app, same everything, just without ads and with unlocked bonus episodes. Thank you very much for listening. See you soon. When an intruder threatens your home, every second counts. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about the latest innovation from SimpliSafe Home Security. It's called 24/7 Live Guard Protection, and it's made possible only by SimpliSafe's new Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera. Now, with the Fast Protect monitoring plan, if an intruder breaks into your home, SimpliSafe monitoring agents can actually see, speak to, and deter them through the camera, warning them that they're being recorded and that police are on their way. It's a game changer in home security. A couple of weeks ago, I got a call from my parents who are taking care of Jax, my dog, saying that he was in hiding mode, when something's wrong. They zoned in on the problem, and it seemed like he had been kicked in the abdomen and we had no idea who had done it. We suspect that someone went in through the gate, and that's when Jax came out and that happened. And that's when we searched for a home security system. But speaking of pets, SimpliSafe can tell the difference between intruders and pets thanks to advanced motion detection and vision AI. The new camera is the only indoor security camera that has built-in siren to scare off intruders and to trigger the alarm. With SimpliSafe, professional monitoring costs under $1 a day, which is a bargain for what you're getting. Peace of mind. Right now, True Scary Story listeners get a special 20% off any SimpliSafe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. This huge offer is for a limited time. Visit simplisafe.com/truescary. That's simplisafe.com/truescary. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. Never talk about demons at night, they say. I'll start by saying that the audio quality of this call was difficult to process, but you can still understand the story, which, coincidentally, along with our other episodes with audio issues, is a story about a demon. It is told from the Marshall Islands. My name is Edwin, and here is Dion's true scary story.
I believe this was around the late 70s. My mom's older sister, she found out that she was pregnant with her first baby, my cousin. She was happy, but at the same time, my uncle started working for an airline called Continental Airline. He just started working, so he was under probation. He was also on call whenever they call him and say that there's a plane coming in. He's supposed to be there because he was a mechanic. He would go almost every other night. Planes coming through from Hawaii, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. He would go in the middle of the night, start working on the planes. My aunt, she would either be parked in the parking lot waiting for him, or she would be at home. Most of the time, she would be at home. There is this one night, just about to go to sleep, she turned off their TV. She got comfortable, because they used to live in a trailer. When you go inside her trailer, on your left at the end of the halls, it's like her room and the bathroom, and the hallway to the kitchen, and then the living room. My aunt like sleeping in the living room. She turned off her TV and she was just about to go to sleep. You know that time when you're just about to fall asleep, and she can footsteps coming from the room at the end, walking towards her. She felt like somebody was standing over her. She didn't want to open her eyes because she said she was scared. She felt like it was forever. She opened her eyes, she got up, started praying the rosary, trying to clear her head and offer an explanation. The next day, my uncle, her husband, he came back early in the morning, tired, telling her, "Are you hungry? Because I want to go get breakfast and come back to sleep." She said, yeah. They went to go eat out. When they came back to the house, to the trailer, my aunt tried to tell my uncle When I was trying to go to sleep last night, I felt like somebody was standing over me, looking down at me. He was just too busy, too tired to talk about it, just going, probably thinking too much about work. She was working at the time as a telemarketer, I think. This has been going on for a few months. There was one time she was washing clothes, a black shadow standing behind her while she was bent down, scrubbing her clothes, brushing inside a big bucket, brushing. She looked behind her, there was nobody there. She got really scared. This really escalated when she was on maternity leave. She was like 6-7 months pregnant already. Her belly was showing. There is this one time her and her husband were arguing about financial stuff. Right after their argument, she started seeing scratches on her body, on her chest, arm, her forehead. It was always in threes. She didn't know that. She just knew that whenever her and her husband would get into a fight, she's always trying to calm them down and be like, "Oh, don't. I understand." She didn't want to get scratched again. One morning, she was just tending to her garden. She was cleaning out the weeds. An old man came out of nowhere. He didn't even know her. She didn't even know him too. He just came up to her. He's like, "Hi, miss. Hey, I have a really weird question. Are you going through stuff?" And she's like, "What kind of stuff? Are you going through anything paranormal?" Because she was being pregnant and broody. She's just like, "Who's telling you these?" He's just like, "Oh, no. Nobody told me. I was just walking by. I kind of felt like something was wrong around this area." And she was just like, "Yeah, I've been experiencing some stuff. Why? What do you feel?" I'm like, he didn't say a bad entity. He was just like a bad person is looking at. Or like a bad person is like spying on me. Just that feeling he just got. My aunt was just like, "Yeah, I have been going through some stuff for a while now. I tried to tell my husband. He's not listening to me." She was alone. Nobody was there with her. The old man was like, "Is it okay if I can go do what I was gonna do and come back and help you see what you're dealing?" She's like, "Yes, please. I really feel like I'm going crazy. I keep telling people about these things and nobody's listening to me." And he's like, "Okay, I'll be right back." He left and was just going to do what he was going to do that day. He wasn't even planning on going to my aunt's house and be like, "Hey, I know you have something." He just walked by and just knew that there. He had a good heart. He just wanted to see what was happening. He left, came back. My aunt, she was biting her nails, waiting for him to come back. So he came back and, "Okay, so we're gonna do a walk through your house. I know something's in here, but it's hiding." When I came in, that's what the old man said. He said, "This thing is hiding." It knows that the old man was like a martial leaf healer. Kind of like a white witch, but more chanting, but you're beating the demon. You're not standing over it and just praying. You can also have a handful of coconut leaves. You can just hit where the demon is hiding. It just that's when you're fighting with it. They went around the house. He said, "I can't find it in here." They walked outside to my aunt's garden. Once he got closer to my aunt's plumeria tree, this is a type of tropical flower. You can also find it in Hawaii. He started walking towards it and he's like, "The color of the plumeria is different. Normally a plumeria tree is either pink, red, yellow, or white." He said it looked kind of off, probably because it was a red one. It was a red flower. It kind of looked brownish orange. It wasn't like the color of plumeria. You can just look at it and you're like, "Oh, is this tree okay? It's weird looking." He walks over to the plumeria tree. He's like shushing my auntie, and I think I can hear it. And she's like, "What do you hear?" "I hear breathing." He starts going around the tree, and in body of the tree, there's like a black hole. He was like, "This is where the thing is. This is where the demon is. It's been sleeping in this tree, coming out at night to feed off your fear." He said, don't do anything to this tree yet. I want to talk to you before we do anything." We went back into the house. What people usually do to protect their house, they use salt in front of the doors or the window to protect themselves from bad spirits. We sometimes use these different kind of plants. We just tie it over our windows or tie it in front of our doors. There's an opening for demons go in and out. We can also press the plastic and wipe into the mirrors of the windows. We believe on a window or a mirror is another way for them to like spy on. The old man got my aunt back into the house. He said, seal the entrance. That's what he did. They got in and he said, "What I can tell you right now is that what you're dealing with is a Wanina. Wanina in Marshallese is a very old ancient demon that's been around since before the missionaries came over to the Pacifics, or even before that. There are different types. There are some that can grow as tall as coconut trees, anything that you can imagine that's really tall. There are some that wait until you fall asleep. When you do fall asleep, they can invade your dream, show you things that scars you for life. There are some that if you walk into a room and it's all smoke and foggy, then they say that right when you're in the middle of that smoke and fog, you're going to start seeing someone walking past or walking towards you. But you can never see their faces. You can never see what they look like. Because I don't know if they're human spirits that were done wrong before, or if they were just created by the leaders of these tribes back then to protect them from things like war towards each other. I guess they would start fighting and trying to look for a way to win their war. I can't really explain. Immediately, people from where I'm from Marshall, they're just gonna be like, "Oh, we know how that is." Everybody knows it. That's how long it's been around. He told my aunt, "You have to stick it out until tomorrow. I'll help you tomorrow at dawn. Yeah, we're gonna wait until it falls back asleep. If we do it now, it's either that demon's gonna wake up, run away and look for somewhere else to hide. It's not only gonna bother you more, but it can also probably bother your baby. Flip your baby around. It could be more nights." I heard that their water broke early, or the baby flips over in their stomach, or the umbilical cord like wrapped around the baby's neck. It's probably superstition, but this is what people usually say. There's these older women and men who are just very cautious, very spiritual. And so he said, "I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna prepare traditional medicine for you and the baby. I'm gonna bring some stuff for us to fight against this." She said, what if I leave the house?" He says, "You can't leave the house, because if you leave the house, that thing might follow you, might cause you more harm. If you are driving he could probably show up in the middle of the road and you might swerve and hit something. It might just sit in the back of your trunk while you're driving and do something to you. He didn't want her to move around because it's not safe. Once she found out about it, he said not to move around. The husband didn't know about it, my uncle. She acted as though everything was fine, and she was like, okay, you can go to work. I'll be here. You can come back whenever. But inside, she was like, no, I really wish that you knew what I was going through, but this is for our family. I guess that's what she said. But my uncle was like, why are you being so nice? Why are you telling me to leave right now? She was like, nothing, just go. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Just go. I'm just gonna probably cook food and just go to sleep. And he's just suspicious, side-eyeing her. Are you sure? I could call him and just say I'm gonna take you to the hospital, or I can stay. We can watch a movie. And she's just like, no, it's okay. You can do whatever. You can go. You're also under probation. If you don't miss a day, it's gonna be bad on your record. You really wanted to work for Continental Airlines. And he's like, okay, I guess I can go. Love you. And she's like, love you too. That night, it hit her the hardest because I don't know if that demon knew that she brought someone in to try and get rid of it. Now he started showing her things, whispering in her ear, whistling, tapping on her window. When she was just going crazy. When she was telling me this part, she started crying because she said, I couldn't let anybody know what I was going through. If I told anybody, the thing might have gone to the person I told them about, probably hurt them. The thing likes to hide and play tricks on you. It's really annoying to have one. It's annoying, but it's also very scary. You can also call the church, the Christian church, their deacons or the pastor, whatever. They can come in and start praying for the house and pray for you and get baptized. All these things. So this demon can go away. But the thing about this is that it's not going to go away. This thing is ancient, traditional. I don't know why people say that you can get rid of it by putting a Bible inside your house. No, it's not going to work. My aunt said it's not going to work. She's been praying. She got her house blessed 3 times. Nothing worked. She got a pastor to come in to exercise the house, but nothing. It was gone for a moment, but it comes back out of nowhere. She could be like, this whole week has been nice. She's washing dishes. And when she lifts up her hand and looks out the window, she can see the thing again standing outside the window or behind the reflection of it behind her. She's just like, what the hell? He really went through it all. The old man came back. 5, 6 in the morning. It was dawn. Really early in the morning. He came back and he had traditional baby oil, coconut leaves, a lot of stuff he brought with him. First, what he did was covered my aunt with baby oil while he was chanting towards her. He had a rock, a big stone. He was rubbing the rock from shoulder all the way to her fingertips, and then her head down to her toes. And he said, "Oh, I'm just pushing out all the bad energy that's sticking with you. I'm trying to get rid of it." After they were done with that, he started grabbing all his coconut leaf. He started pounding some other plants in a bowl while also chanting. He just kept chanting. He went outside to the plumeria tree and he went to the hole. He started covering it. He said, "I'm spraying it so it doesn't come out." So he started walking back. He told her it's gonna feel like someone's pressing on her shoulders. You can start feeling a weight on you. He started chanting, hitting the ground with staff. It's not for walking around. They can put it on you and then this evil spirit just runs away. He started pounding the ground and my arm started feeling like someone was pushing on her shoulders down. There's someone on top of me, like an adult sitting on my shoulders. It was so heavy. He just kept chanting. He started pounding the ground. She said her plumeria tree started shaking and leaves started falling. It just kept dying. Leaves started falling and then you can see it curve up and then started to go brown, from green to brown. It was really weird because I really thought that plumeria tree would live forever. He starts cutting it off while he chanted. When the plumeria tree fell, he took out his staff and started beating the tree. She can hear the really low growl. It was so huge. Never heard it before. Lower a growl. She can hear the old man just kept beating it. She looked at how the old man was beating it. He was beating the tree and from top to bottom. It probably took like a few minutes or an hour for the old man to beat the thing out. The tree died from our healthy looking all brown and dried out. The old man said, "Okay, I think I got the demon. We have to hurry it burns. I'm sorry to tell you about your tree that because we beat the demon, your plumeria tree is gonna have any flowers anymore." She's like, "It's okay. I just want to sleep." He started chanting more, like pouring some other portion into the tree and started burning it. They started burning it. It was like a different color. When they started throwing the leaves in and the branches, it looks like somebody was on top of a flame. There's a silhouette of a body or something was on top of the flame. She was just this, "What is this?" He just said, "Oh, that's the demon. You can't see it, but you can see that whole thing." Since that day, my aunt has been, she's always been Christian. She thanked the old man. Us and that old man's family, we've been close since forever. I still hang out with their kid. After the old man passed away, he never taught any of his kids or grandkids what he does. One of his daughters told him off and said, because she was a Christian, she told him off because he wanted to teach one of her sons. His daughter heard about this and she was like, "Don't teach him any of those things you're doing. You're doing the devil's work." And she just yelling at her dad. And then the old man was like, "Okay, I'm going to teach anybody. But this is useful. What if I die and these things happen to you? What are you going to do? What if God doesn't? What if this doesn't respond to your prayers? You won't be afraid of it. It's either I teach you these things or you go through it and suffer because you didn't listen to me." And she's just like, "No. God is always the answer." Like, religious man. God is always the answer. He passed away. I remember I went to this trip. I was probably in first grade. I was asking my mom. I was like, "Mom, who's this old man we're gonna see?" She was just like, "Oh, I call him uncle." That's how close we are to my mom. Her school is my mom. That's how close they are to me. "Oh, I call him uncle." "Why? Is he related to you?" "No, because he was the only one that helped out my sister. And my sister said to treat him like a father because he's very caring." After the thing with the demon, what I could do to thank you for what you did, I'm gonna give my son your last name. So my eldest cousin is the only one with a different last name. And she said, he is not your blood, but he will always be your family. The old man passed away. My cousin grew up. Nothing happened to my cousin. He grew up healthy, came out healthy. There is this one time she was in her garden and she felt like someone threw like a pebble at her back. When she looked back, it was her husband. He was walking away, but she knew her husband was inside the trailer. Nobody ever writes about these things because it's like taboo. We tell each other during the day because you can never talk about it at night. It's bad to talk about demons at night.
Share your own story over at truescarystory.com or give ad-free episodes a try by following the link in the description of this episode. Thank you very much for listening. See you soon.